Good evening, the news. President Wavel Ramkalawan, with members of his delegation, visited the Cotonou project development of Baie Sainte-Anne-Pralin during the weekend. The aim of the visit was to see the progress of work on the new passenger terminal. The president also met with the island inhabitants for a second public meeting in the Baie Sainte-Anne District Administration Office to discuss on the concerns they had regarding the project. A place for car hires, to rent cars with visitors, sewage treatment, and luggage facility were among the issues. The president said that overall he was satisfied with the progress made on the project. The contractor working on the passenger terminal building is Laxman Trading. The building is expected to be completed by January next year. The Seychelles Authors and Composers Society, SACS, in partnership with the National Institute of Culture, Heritage and Arts, organized a workshop for artists this morning. The aim of the workshop was to educate artists on the importance of copyright to make sure that they can benefit from their work whenever it is used. The Secretary General of the National Institute of Culture, Heritage and Arts, David André, said it is important for artists to have this knowledge, especially with technology, which keeps on evolving. The workshop was facilitated by two experts from two South African licensing authorities, Capasso and Dalro. Lazarus Cerebo, the managing director of Dalro, said that it is important for artists, especially visual artists, writers and photographers, to know how to protect their work.
People often get confused that once you've created a piece of art, you've sold it, then the person who bought it owns it in total, which is not true. The artist retains the copyright. The artist still controls what will happen to that piece of work. The artist can still determine whether it can be copied, recopied, republished, put in a magazine, put in a movie, put in a newspaper, put into even a book. And of that, we have seen that happen a lot, especially on our continent, without the artist being considered and remunerated. So it's very important to understand that balance, that copyright is about balance. It's about protecting the artist while giving access to the user to be able to use it with the artist's permission.
The PUC's centralized sewage system project on La Digue is progressing well. Work started 6 months ago and is expected to cater for 80% of homes and tourism establishments situated on the plain of La Digue. The project engineer, Larry Lest, says PUC is getting the full cooperation of the residents.
This will involve the construction of a treatment plant and also the placement of a network. The network itself comprises of placement of manhole and laying of pipes, and also construction of inspection chambers at individual plots on La Digue. The progress of work is approximately 9.5% completed, and we expect to meet our deadline as per the contract, which is at the end of 2023.
Air Seychelles will operate a special charter flight this Saturday, the 3rd of December, to take the majority of the Seychellois delegation to Mauritius for the 12th edition of the Commission de la Jeunesse et du Sport de l'Océan Indien, CGSOE Games. An agreement in this regard was signed at the Air Seychelles headquarters by the Principal Secretary for Youth and Sports, Ralph Jean-Louis, and Air Seychelles CEO, Sandy Benoiton. The Youth Exchange and Sports competition will kick off on the 4th of December. We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching. Good evening.